The good old beeps of the morning as I pull out of here. What do I want to talk about today? Well, I just want to talk about how I'm feeling. And I have these thoughts just, I don't know, like, I have felt a lot of things already during this whole entire journey. And I said a lot of things. And now I'm like, okay, you know, the purpose of this, I'm still not even sure, like this direct purpose. I'm trying to find a purpose to anything that makes sense. And like all these videos now, I'm like, so I make one in the morning and then I watch it and it's relatable. And I've been making this comfort zone for myself or something, or, you know, I keep talking about this relatability issue that I'm having with everybody else or whatever. Like, I don't have this 100% relatability. And you know what's stupid? Just a little side note, because that's what I just love to do. I just forgot to make the camera sideways, and now it's kind of bugging me. But I'm like, all right, whatever. I'm just gonna try to not even think about that. Anyways, I'm like making these videos so that I don't feel alone. You know, like, and I'm relating to some people. I'm still talking to people. It's not like I'm like isolating myself from conversation with everybody. It's like, no, I'm still talking to a lot of people. And I'm like, so what is this, like, there's this down feeling or something that I feel right now. And I made that video of looking for a specific version of myself. And I said that I want to outfeel all of my emotions or something, so that I don't even know exactly, right? It's like whatever I was feeling that day is whatever I was feeling that day. And then I replayed that video to myself like 5 different times because I felt like, oh, that might be the key or something, or that might be the thing that's gonna answer the question or the thing that I've been looking for or something. And I'm like, well, I don't even relate to whatever the fuck I was saying like 3 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago. I'm constantly updating myself and seeing how I feel right now. But there is this down feeling, and I'm like, okay, what is that? What is that feeling that I have right now? I feel very slow. Like I'm a roller coaster of emotions, so I could get elevated in 2 seconds if I think about the wrong thing that makes me mad. Right now, though, I do feel just kind of down. And okay, yesterday I finally like played Skyrim again. It'd been several days since I just played a video game or stopped thinking about my YouTube channel or having conversations. Because the majority of my days now have been me talking to a bunch of people, or I'm talking to my girlfriend, or I'm talking to my best friend. Like, that's what's been happening. And then, see, I have a lot of fear. Okay, and then this morning, I did end up watching this Mr. Beast video, and he just broke 100,000 subscribers. 100,000, excuse me. 100 million. 100 million subscribers. And I think he was down like 50,000 subscribers. And he just broke it in 30 minutes. 50,000 people subscribed, and not even 30 minutes actually. Like the video was 30 minutes long, but he broke the whole entire thing in less than 20 minutes. 20 minutes, 50,000 fucking people. And then there's this saying that I've said to myself that I guess makes me feel better is, comparison is the thief of joy. And I'm like, yeah, I see myself, and I didn't even want to face it. Like, I watched it, right? And I'm like, you know, and it is like a sad feeling. Like, I watched the video, saw that happen, right? And then I went and and that was like yesterday, I believe, like 15 hours ago is when he posted the video. And then I looked at his subscriber count this morning, and he's at like 100,300,000 or something like that. And I'm like, 300,000 more fucking people in a span of like 15 hours. And I'm like, who the fuck are these people? Right? And then I look at my channel, you know, 4 subscribers, right? Again, I just started, okay? And the particular audience that he's targeting, you know, it's like he's, again, like his channel is solving a problem that a lot of people have. And, you know, he gives away money and he has these humongous events where you can win hundreds of thousands of fucking dollars and all that stuff, and just subscribe. And out of my 50,000, like, he figured out something, and he's really like, he did it. Like, he figured out that YouTube algorithm like a mother. And he's like fucking 24 years old. Like 24 fucking years old. He's like 3 years younger than me. I'm about to be 27. You know? And I'm like, this dude is worth $54 million and earned as much as Vin Diesel in 2021. And I don't even think he's worth $54 million. I believe he earned $54 million in a year. And I'm like, wow, all I want is 10 million. That's it. But again, the $10 million that I want solves one problem, which is this social corporation employee working problem that I'm having. It's just one of the filters that I'm trying to eliminate. And yeah, like I ended up, you know, I looked at his shit and then I looked at mine, just this direct comparison, right? Just, here's his channel, 100 million, right? There's the fucking thing. And I look at mine, 4. And I'm like, all right, again, I'm not trying to make my YouTube channel about subscriber count and how much money I can make off of this, or how to figure out the YouTube algorithm. It's just, I want to speak my mind freely, and I don't want to be under the influence of even this. Like, it's a side note, right? And I am in this point where I'm like, I don't know, I don't want to get I'm probably again going to get another job in corporate America, but I want to get out of it. And I believe it's my personality and my voice, and hopefully, yeah, I would get to a point where you can see my face and see how I'm actually moving. Like, this is the thing I would like to use to get out. I'm just really like, am I discouraged? I guess, like, it's definitely there, because I am comparing, and I do have an extreme sense of impatience, and I'm very impatient, like incredibly impatient. And I'm trying to figure that out too, because even right now, like, I do feel down, but it's more, and I don't feel bored either. And I'm trying to go through that. I'm trying to go through these thoughts and feelings. And yeah, I've been listening to myself and hearing just how I'm talking. And now it's like I developed a character, right? Like, or something. But it's not even a character. It's just, it is me. It's just, it's a bunch of different versions of me, and I'm starting to like, okay, like, oh, I know what he's gonna say, or I know how he talks now, because I don't know how I talk. You don't know how you talk. Like, and I say, you know, and I'm like, and again, like I have these long pauses also, right? And I just am psychoanalyzing myself in all of these videos. But there is this disconnect that, again, still makes me feel like, oh, I feel you. And even the way I've been talking to people recently has been regurgitations of the videos that I've been making. And I'm also disappointed in that. Like, I don't like that either. Like, that's not what I want. But this is an exercise. This video making thing is an exercise. It's to feel all of these emotions, and then I wouldn't say move on, because that's how I was feeling, or I want to outfeel all of my emotions. Again, I'm not even sure what exactly is going on right now. It's like, and then I feel fear. Like right now, I do feel fear, and I feel insecure. And beforehand, it's like, I didn't talk about it. Like, I could talk about it with my girlfriend up to a point or something, or talk to other people about it, but like I never talked to myself and then heard myself, which that helps me way more than talking to people. I'm able to say all of this stuff out loud, feel it, and then I can analyze it and really, really get in there, because it's like when I'm talking to somebody, whatever I'm bouncing off of them, it's not, they're going to tell me their opinion through their filters and their experience, and it's not going to help me let go or get it fully understood. Again, I'm having a conversation with myself. There, see, I did it again. I'm having a conversation with myself. And I'm learning myself, and I want to get rid of that. I'm trying to figure out myself. Like, I'm just learning. I'm going through the process. I'm understanding, and I don't even want to make videos, but the reason I'm the reason I want to stop making videos is because I'm afraid. It is fear. And that's what I feel this morning, like, because yesterday that video I made was all based off of that little YouTube short that I made. Like, that's what sparked a conversation for me. Right now, though, I don't have a particular topic. I didn't have this, oh, I definitely want to talk about that. Like, I didn't have any of that stuff at all, which makes me afraid, which makes me feel like, oh God, I'm slowing down. And, well, this YouTube thing, if you really want to grow, you have to grind, and I'm like, again, no, that is going to kill the authenticity that I'm looking for, or I'm trying to maintain. Like, I don't want to fall into that. And that's why I was mentioning the power of social influence, which is going to move me into trying to satisfy an audience, or trying to live up to the algorithm, and that's how you get views, and this is how you get 1,000 subscribers really, really fast. Like, it's not the game I want to play. Oh yeah. It's not, and I understand. I even made the YouTube shorts for the sake of, yes, I want to pump out more content, and I want to get more popular. I feel that, like, I want my, whatever this is, my message, if that's what you want to say, my topics and conversation, and my whatever it is I'm doing, I want it to reach a lot of people. And yeah, I would love to get up to that point where I could talk to, I don't know, one of these celebrities and finally have that conversation. Okay, now I can feel what here's a thing. Kevin Hart, the comedian or whatever, he has a show called Hart to Hart. And I remember my girlfriend and I watched an episode. But she watched one beforehand, and then she was explaining there was an episode of Kevin Hart talking to Miley Cyrus. And the whole concept of the show was, it was unscripted, right? And apparently in the beginning, I don't know, right? It was unscripted, and it's a heart to heart, right? And you just let the conversation flow. There's no, all right, let's go down a list of whatever the fuck. And I was like, that sounds like a great concept, actually. He's interviewing somebody, but he's actually just trying to talk to him. I was like, that's a good idea, but I don't like Kevin Hart. And here's the reason why. But I still was like, oh, okay, that sounds good, though. Maybe he's finally coming out of his Hollywood persona, trying to make money, and he's a slave to the fucking Hollywood algorithm, right? Just like a lot of people. Anyways, me and my girlfriend watched the Pete Davidson and, Kevin Hart one. Like, he has a whole lot of episodes or whatever. It all changed, though. There was season 1 and then season 2. And this episode of Pete Davidson was in season 2. And this is the thing that fucking kills me. And this is one of the problems that I would like to solve, is the filters everybody is having again, right? Because it's stopping us from actually connecting. Like, it really is. Like, that's what I think the problem is, and why I want to eradicate it so badly. Anyways, me and her are watching this, and we both fucking hated the episode, because the first episode, apparently with Miley Cyrus, that she watched without me, I don't think there was any commercials, and it wasn't scripted. But this fucking Pete Davidson one, every 15 minutes or so, it was a disaster. I'll be honest. Like, that's what it felt like. It felt like a complete and utter disaster. Like, it was so awkward. Like they were talking or whatever, but like I could just feel how uncomfortable Kevin Hart was. Like, again, I can see their body language. Pete Davidson was whatever, right? But apparently, whatever. I don't want to talk about the, he's dating Kim Kardashian now, right? And the whole thing was, and the whole feeling, they didn't even talk about that. They talked about comedy and all that stuff, right? Okay, but it was just so disingenuous. It was like, and I remember at the end of the whole thing, like, Kevin Hart was like, all right, Pete's a great dude, and he's just a great guy that wants to I don't even know, just some like kiss ass bullshit something to close out the fucking show. And it was so unbearable. I was like, and then again, the commercials that were happening every 15 minutes, like Kevin Hart would fucking say, what are your five favorite comedians? And then Pete would start talking about it, and they start going down the list. All right, we'll be right back after this commercial break. And it's just like, fucking what? Like, it's just, in a flow of conversation, and when you're trying to actually have this heart to heart, there's not advertising in the middle of the fucking bullshit, man. And that's what I mean. I told you I could get angry just like that. And that's the fucking, I'm like, Kevin Hart is worth, I believe, $140 million motherfucking dollars, probably even more now. I don't know. I looked up that shit a long time ago. It's like, Kevin, make a platform that you stop. And it's, the streaming platform was Peacock, and Peacock is, fucking advertisements like a motherfucker, because it's a free streaming service, but you have to watch a fucking minute ad in the middle of your fucking shit. Whatever. It's just, again, money. I'm like, how much more money do you fucking have to have? If you want this real heart-to-heart thing, if you really want that, stop interrupting yourself with some fucking dumb fuck commercial. Like, stop wanting more money. Stop. Or whatever. Again, it's like, he wants to shoot for the moon. If he wants fucking $3 billion, and then he wants 6 billion, and then 12, and then keep doubling your fucking money, right? The infinite aspirations for the stars. I don't know. It's just like, dude, like, you're killing your fucking authentic. Your show fucking stinks, and that's why I didn't like his comedy either, because he was just too Hollywood. It wasn't saying anything real. It was just, how do I make my audience laugh? Okay, fine, whatever, right? And that's why I liked Patrice ONeil so much, because he said real shit while making you laugh. But Patrice suffered. I don't even want to digress into him, but it's just, I don't even know exactly where I was going. I started going. I started talking. It just bugs me. It just bugs me, this people don't want to have that real shit. And I guess that's what I was saying. Like, I would like to talk to Kevin, and I'd like to actually have a heart to heart, and then be like, hey, how about fuck the commercial for one episode? How about fuck Peacock? How about fuck that? How about stop signing contracts where you're fucking your authenticity right in the ass? You know, your whole concept of your show, you got fucked because you want money. And it's like, money is so... That's why I said I want 10 mil. I want 10 million. That's all I feel like I fucking need. I don't need a bunch of bullshit. I don't need a private jet. I don't need a goddamn mansion and 6 mansions. I don't need a bunch of that fucking shit. I want a place to fucking live. I want to be able to take care of my woman. I want to be able to take care of me. I want to be able to take care of my family. Like, that's all. And I'll buy some nice things and travel, I fucking guess, or whatever. And then talk freely without the influence of, I have sponsors and I have these people that need to fuck them right up the fucking ass. Like, fuck those people. Fuck trying to satisfy people. You know, I want to just say what I'm thinking, and I want the person I'm talking to do the same thing, because people aren't doing that. And that, to me, is the problem that people aren't solving. Most of the time, it's just you submit to the social influence and you submit to the social environment that wherever you find yourself in. Okay? I am submitting right now still. I am still submitting to my corporate fucking job. There's nothing I can do about that right now. Again, I could just quit and be at home fucking jerking off and not trying to pay any bills. Like, I could be that and then just... But no, it's the practical side of fucking things. This is what I'm doing right now. And I also have that fear that, oh, he's just bitching and complaining. Oh yeah, you want to get to 100 million subscribers bitching and complaining? I'm like, I just feel like I'm trying to call out a problem that I believe is there. And again, the problem I think is the lack of real human connection. I want real human connection. That's what I actually want. I want real conversation. And I'm like, well, I guess I'm adding heaviness to an already heavy world, which is another thought that I had, which is I'm not solving a problem. I'm just causing more, you know? But in reality, I'm like, yeah, it's a hard problem to solve because people don't trust people, and I'm not going to act like I trust people either, right? And it's hard to open up. People have a lot of defense, and people get fucked over all the time from people that they trust and trusted. So that lack of trust is just fucking out the window. And then, yeah, a lot of people don't want to open up. I had that fucking problem. You know, trying to have real human connection and being extremely vulnerable. You know, you're putting your life in somebody else's hands, and they could just crush it. You know, they could do whatever they want with it, which is very scary. Because there's just those people like that will take your information or whatever you opened up about, and they'll just do some evil shit with it. And it's dangerous, and I understand that, like, when you find your select few people that you feel like you can actually open up to and be vulnerable with, you keep them. And you don't have many of those. And again, like, that's the thing. I'm not trying to have 1 million best friends or something. Like, no. And even if I had a fucking YouTube channel and it blew up to the point of 100 million, which again is extremely unlikely. I don't think that's ever going to fucking happen. I'm not going to have a real connection with all. It's just, I just like the conversation. I would like to talk about these issues that I believe are there again, right? I keep saying that I believe are there. They are there. There is a fucking issue with real connection. Like, I keep talking down on myself. And I do feel that. And again, I want to feel all of those things. I want to feel all of that stuff. Like, okay, yeah, I do feel down. I do feel like I'm kind of shitting on myself a little bit indirectly. Like, I'm indirectly putting myself down. I'm like, what's so difficult right now? What is so difficult? And right now I don't feel super angry. I do feel this just, wow, what is that disappointment? I can't change the whole world. I can't do that. I know I can't. Again, I'm very impatient. I would like to reach a wide audience because the Hollywood and the celebrity and all these people, like, they're just, it's all ruled by money, and money, when you become a slave to it, you just lose your authenticity. You just lose it. And I'm asking all these questions, and again, even yesterday, I wanted to take a break for a second. I was like, all right. Okay, I understand, man. I know. Just play a little video games and eat some food and try to chill out and stop thinking so much. And even right now, this video that I made, I'm like, okay, I didn't have a particular topic. I don't know what the fuck I'm going to call it. And I don't know. I'm like, was I trying to get something off my chest? Not really. And I'm like, oh, am I just doing this every day now because I feel like I need to? I'm like, well, no, I don't think so. Like I'm still enjoying it. Like, I still want to do that. And yes, I feel my brain freeze, and I feel the fear right now, and the fear is strong. The fear is strong. I want to shut my mouth because I don't even feel like I'm being heard. Like, I just don't. I don't feel that. Right? So, so I want to be quiet. And I want to feel that, and I want to fight through that, and I want to analyze my fear as well, because fear has held me back from a lot of things. I had to push through the fear of making these videos, because again, I remember like 3 fucking weeks ago, man, like how I was so scared and just yelled like crazy. I was so fucking angry, and now here I am. You know, and I'm like, oh, is that an improvement? I don't know any of these words. I'm just different now. All right, I'm not going to say that I'm better or I'm worse or I went on a journey, and I'm still going. I'm still making a video every day. And, you know, the fear that I have right now, oh, this is one of those boring ones. Kind of a dud. Kind of a who gives a shit. Oh, I guess he's just talking about how he's feeling. Oh, who cares, right? It's more for me, and I want to make that for myself and just be like, okay, I feel you, man. And it's just for me. And I don't want to focus on the, damn, well, this one didn't get any fucking views. And even I like took a snippet away from my walk and I called it a dark story from my childhood. No views. I was like, that is the one I'm extremely vulnerable in. You know, or not extremely, but like, I just told a story that feels really fucked up to me and feels really embarrassing and feels like there's a lot of shame around it, and nobody clicked on it. Like, a dark story from my childhood. Oh, no views. I'm like, all right. You know, whatever. But it's not whatever. It's not whatever at all. I would like it to be. I would like it to not affect me. I would like it to not hurt. And yeah, I'm like, where am I? Like, where am I right now? What is this? It's Friday and I'm going to go have a therapy session. And I'm like, what the fuck am I going to tell that guy? What am I going to tell him? What's my anxiety level? My anxiety level is boredom. What's my depression level? My depression level is boredom. I don't feel bored right now, though. I don't feel that, but I am trying to, like, understand what it is that I'm feeling. Like, what is this? And I don't even want to say melancholy. It's not melancholy. Like, there is some sadness. There is this. It's like a mixture of all. I don't feel happy. I don't feel any of the happy emotions. Yeah, and every fucking time I have a therapy session, afterwards, we do this, you know, there's the wheel of emotion or whatever, like all these emotions and feelings and stuff, and he always wants me to point them out. Anxious, stressed, and then they branch out into other, you know, side emotions of that original root emotion. I'm like, what the fuck? If I looked at that wheel right now, what would I describe? Now, I don't have it in front of me, but, you know, maybe I should just take it with me, print it out, and then, but that all depends on how the fuck I'm feeling, if that's actually something I want to do. And that is what it is. Like, I want to do what I want to do in the morning. Like, when I'm making a video, or whenever I'm making a video, it's not even if I'm going to be doing this every single day. I don't want to fall into anything. I want to turn on the camera. I want to say exactly what I'm feeling in that current moment. Not, okay, so I got to write down a bunch of topics and then I'm going to pick one to talk about tomorrow. I'm like, no, I don't want to do that either, because then that puts me in a box that I don't feel like I want to be in. Like, I don't want to be in that box. I don't want to do that to myself, because that is the feeling of, I want to die. You know, and I even felt for a second when I made that one YouTube short about, you know, when I broke up with my girlfriend for the first time, or I tried to, whatever. I felt for a second like I just was like, okay, let me start making videos about me and my girlfriend and how we broke up, or just start talking about my relationship. And I felt the unbearable, crushing weight of depression. Like, I felt it. Like, I was like, oh God, that is the slavery of the YouTube algorithm that I want to avoid. That is if I fell into that category of, I'm trying to get views and this is the thing that people are interested in talking about right now, and that's what I need to talk about. I want to talk about what I want to talk about anytime. And I don't want to be like, this is trending. This is the popular topic. This is what is popping off right fucking now. This is what's going to make me go viral. As soon as if that ever happens, which I really don't ever want that to fucking happen, if that fucking happens, because I'm already playing a role. I'm already fucking doing that. If I had to play that fucking role, like here in this space where I feel like I could actually express myself, yes, I'd blow my fucking brains out. And that's why I don't want to force myself to do that. As much as I do want these views and everything, and I would like to reach a higher audience, I want that. I want to be able to spread my influence and have those conversations and everything, I don't want to play by those rules. And I know that, like, yeah, I want to make more YouTube shorts. I do want to take apart some of these videos that I've made because they are long. I understand that. And it's hard for people to get to the end of them because, again, who the fuck am I? And it's just, I'm just talking. Is it relatable? Is it not? I don't know. And for people to even take 40-something minutes out of the day to listen to somebody just talking, you know, that's asking a lot. So that's why I understand that, like, yeah, there might be just, I need to take snippets out of this. But I don't know. It just, that also feels wrong. Because I'm like, I want you to feel the entire flow of the conversation. That's what's important to me. Like, I don't want to, like, I'm not making videos to make like a good snippet, you know, or, okay, this was a good section of the video, let me take that. I'm like, the whole video is the good section. The whole video is meant to be together. It's not, I'm not supposed to, or I don't want to have to take away a section and be like, oh, okay, this part will grab people's attention. Again, I understand what the fucking game is. I understand the attention span. I understand why the fuck TikTok is so fucking popular. It's like you just, again, you get hit with that fucking dopamine hit every fucking time. It's just boom, 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 another one, another one, another one. You just, boom, give me more, more. And I got addicted to that too. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, I like that shit. It taps into something in your fucking brain. It completely kills boredom, which is what everybody is avoiding, including me. I'm just going a different route, you know? I'm not saying that avoiding boredom is a bad thing. It's just, well, I guess, how are you doing it? Who cares, right? I just wish I didn't have to do that, but I wish a lot of things that I can't get. So what? Like, I'm trying to accept my reality. And I'm having a really hard time. Kinda. I mean, I was having a really hard time. Right now, you know, again, I kind of just feel this, it's just that I'm just like, all right, well, it like, that's the whole feeling that I have, or I'm having this morning. Okay. and I'm kind of like, I'm still disappointed. Like, do I feel any better right now? No. And I actually want to talk about that too. So, in the process of making the videos, it's like another little sacrifice or something. Like, I enjoy being able to say it, but the thing I enjoy the most is being able to listen to it, because I'm not relating to myself in the moment. Like, I'm like, oh, I feel you. Like, yeah, that's what I felt today. That's when I start listening to myself. But right now, I feel uncomfortable. I feel fearful. I feel down. I feel crushed. I feel just, you know, all of these not good feelings. And it's only afterwards, when I start listening to myself, and that's what the process has been, that I start feeling those moments of elation. And I start feeling those moments of, relief. Because in the moment, I don't feel relieved. And I have to make myself incredibly uncomfortable during these moments. And then I can feel the relief. And that's the struggle. And that's the fucking thing that I'm doing. I am creating the 100% relatability that I'm so desperately searching for. I am creating that for myself, because of course I'm going to relate 100% to me. Of course I am. And when I listen to this later, when I get into my fucking truck, I'm just going to listen to myself. And I'm going to feel that, and I'm going to see what the fuck that is. Whatever I was feeling. And analyze it and be like, okay, I see what he was saying. Because again, the flow of conversation that I go with, it just, wherever I started, and here I am I don't even know how the fuck I got here. I don't. And it's a very interesting thing to be able to listen to that and be like, oh, so that's the thought path that I went down. Interesting. So that's what I ended up saying. Oh, okay. All right. I mean, I don't even know what the fuck this title of the video I would call it. And, you know, that's another unfortunate thing. I want to have a gripping title. Like, I liked my title yesterday. The Power of Social Influence. Ooh, right? Another title, Looking for a Specific Version of Myself. Wow. And I'm like, what the fuck am I going to call this video? How I'm Feeling Today? Who gives a fuck? That's not an interesting title. But I don't want to be interesting. But that's the problem. I'm trying to fucking do that to myself, and I'm trying to be interesting, and I'm trying to get those views, because it's still there, that influence. It's still fucking there. Because yeah, I am a social animal, right? Tired of repeating myself. I don't feel like I have been, though. I feel like every single video has been different in its own way. Like, I do take bits and pieces from another video, you know, every now and then, or most of the time. But every video feels different so far. And I'm about to go see my best friend over the weekend too. Like, that's a whole nother, and I'm like, you know, it's like a 2.5 hour drive for where I need to be to get to him. And I'm like, interesting, 2.5 hours. What the fuck do I want to do during that time? Because beforehand, I would like watch the Black Phillip show or listen to a podcast or something. And I'm like, okay, am I just going to listen to myself? Or am I going to, what's it called? Am I going to make a video and record the 2.5 hour drive? No. I don't know. And there is, again, so many hours are already of me talking, and I'm like, I would like to, but that takes a long time, right? And the only reason, again, I would want to do that, go through all my videos and start trimming them up and then posting that, it's growth, it's more content, and people have the attention span. Again, it's very hard for somebody to listen for like 40 minutes. People listen to podcasts, I understand that, but again, I'm not at that level of, okay, you'll listen to me for fucking 2 hours right now or something. I don't feel like I'm at that level or whatever, right? Or I'm not interesting enough to be listened to for more than 10 minutes. Whatever all my fears are. And I even had that too, like, oh, I have an outro. How many people actually fucking heard it? You know? I'm like, hey, you know, the people that I've sent my video to, I'm like, hey, what's my outro? Do you guys know? No? Never made it? Okay. It's fine, though. I keep saying it's fine. I would like it to be fine. I would like it to be whatever. Like, that's what I said earlier in this video. I would like that to be the case. Right now, it's not. It is fucking with me. And I'm fighting through all of that. I'm fighting through all of my sea of emotions. I'm going through my mind right now. Yeah, it's been an interesting process so far. And I'm like, well, fuck, dude, really? Another video just like that? Like, what happened? You know, like, what the fuck happened? Like 7:05, time to get the fuck in there again, right? And then here we fucking go with my wonderful outro. Until goodbye.